What is up YouTube? This is Mayank Sharma from Varchaswa Trading, and this video I'm making on weekend. So this video will contain what we discussed, what happened in the markets, how much return we were able to clock in, and how markets performed, and our view for Monday, right? And we'll also see weekly outlook in just a moment. So I wish you all had a pretty chill weekend, and now it's time to get back to hustling. So without any further ado, let's get starting, right? So I, in the last video, precisely I told that if market opens gap up, we would not like to trade in a bullish side. We would not like to make any positions here because the risk reward will be absolutely worth. And for me, risk reward is God. Risk reward is everything for us in trading, right? That's basically how I trade. So I told you that pray in that video only. In my entire YouTube career, I have only used this word only once, that pray that you get market as close to as this point, right? As close to as this algorithmic point of 16207. 16207, I told you, pray and hope that you get market as close to as is it possible, and hope that market goes sideways, and hope that markets go sideways. Market should go sideways. Market should go sideways and should not be able to close below this line. That is something I told precisely even before the market was created, and see what happened. Market opened here. People would have entered here. People who are not our subscribers or our members, they would have entered here. They would be in losses. They would have been losses, right? And even if someone would have shorted here, the risk reward is absolutely worse. There is no point trading this, because even if you see what is this risk reward, if they enter here, this is their minimal SL. They will have to put this, and this is not even 1 is to 0.74. So just understand the importance of precise entries and exits. So this is somewhere I told you this. See what happened. I told you that price time wise correction is going on. I knew one day in advance that price will go sideways around here. This is something I wrote here. Time correction in process. Time correction in process, right? Time correction. Market went sideways, and then as per our review, we made bullish positions, and we even told our free Telegram channel. And one moment, please. Yes, this was where, and see the momentum. This was a one-sided move. This was a one-sided move of more than 133 points. So what was our entry? Now I cannot discuss enters and exits because that is something pertaining to our mentorship students only. But we were able to capture this from this swing. We were able to capture this momentum of 145 points, risking bare minimum. So that is why risk reward is everything in markets, right? Risk reward is everything in markets. So I hope you were able to make money, and both our targets were achieved. I told you that if we were able to get an entry here and the market behave accordingly, our first target will be 16310. Do you see how precisely these levels work? How precisely our levels are respected by market? These levels were given to you one day in advance, and see how market respected it. Do you see this? Price failure to close above that, came down, tested that. See, this level is of utmost importance to the markets. See, just see this violent reaction, right? And I'll show you how even we caught this down move. So this was basically how we were able to capture this. This is what we discussed, right? And we'll see the outlook. For now, let's come here. And yeah, and in video I clearly told you that whatever happens, I will not be looking to enter a short side, because as option buyer we need momentum, right? We need momentum. So that is what we gave. And then markets just boom, just rallied like anything. And this was our Nifty view. See, this was somewhere where we told you even in free group, and I was out of longs. I booked my major longs because I was in a hefty profit and I didn't want to, expose my risk too much. I make it a point to book my profits early on Friday, because if Fridays go sideways, which happens most of the times, if you notice historically, Fridays are known to become very volatile or sideways. So that's something we want to stay away from and want to protect our profits for the week. So when markets were going up, I told everyone, don't get excited much. We will shortly look for selling opportunities. Clearly told at 1:32 p.m. And this was the candle we were able to catch. Do you see the fierceness of this move, right? How fierce this move was. Let me show you. Do you see how fierce this move was, right? This one candle, gave us more than 70 points. This one candle gave us around 70 points, right? So this is why the importance of correct entries and exits is very important. If you know your ranges, your algorithmic levels, your interest, your point of interest, then everything is easy for you. So now let's go to weekly and see what is happening here, right? Let's just have a look what is happening here. If you see, I told you my view was when everyone was bullish here, when everyone was bearish here, sorry, when everyone was bearish here, we were bullish. We were the only community which were bullish, but our targets were not very optimistic. I told you maximum my target will be this 16300 somewhere around. Why? So what most people consider to be for most people they will see this as a breakout or something like that. For me, basically this is a supply creation to take out the demand. This has been told to you that this is a demand area, this area is a demand area. For example, this area is a demand area. Markets cannot break demand area at once, because the chances of the down move in such cases will be very minimal. Markets can break it at once and then again come up. But if markets trap people on the wrong side, if markets at such zones trap people on the wrong sides, if markets trap people on the wrong sides, then they will come down fiercely. And what do you think has happened here? How many people do you think will carry this or worse buy this breakout, right? Many people. When this happens, markets will from somewhere along here just come down, and once if this level is tested again, this won't hold. If this level of demand is held again, is coming again, it won't hold. So this is the weekly outlook. Now let's go to daily time. Now let's go to intraday and see what kind of momentum we can gauge, right? Let's see what kind of momentum we can gauge. So just let me find my algorithmic points in front of you. Somewhere this yeah, this seems like an absolute good point. And perfect. Perfect. So the level of 16 to 87. So the level of 16 to 87. If markets, if markets are opening flattish, if markets open somewhere along flattish along these zones, if markets open flattish and start going up, I would not like to take any positions. I would not like to take any positions on the long side. What I need is, what will be the good trade for me? For me, I would want markets to come as close to as 16 to 87. Let me just make it 16 to 85 to be, to make it a round number. 16 to 85. Perfect. Yeah. Let me just check the relevance of this one. Fine. Done. So I would want market to come as close to 16 to 85, 16 to 85, as close to as this area, and sustain this level. Sustain this level. Price should not close below that. If these levels are sustained, we can see the level of, we can see a good momentum again. We can see a good momentum again, and what will be our targets? Our target will be 16350, 16350, 16350, 16420, 16420. Right, these will be just be my targets. My target will just be this for intraday. You see this level, you see this level of, most people will tell you this, but no, this is not the level. What is the level for me? 16522. Let's right, as per my time and price theory, yes, 16522. Let me just check the calculations for this. This divided by this divided by, okay, this correction 1 2 8 okay, done. Right. Sorry for that. So this level, what is the level? Let me just make it the darkest and let me just change the color so that you understand. 16522 for me, this level is of utmost importance to the markets. If markets are not able to close and sustain above this in coming 2 to 3 sessions, if markets are not able to close and sustain above this level, markets will eventually head lower. Markets will eventually head lower, and we can see a good fall. We will see a pretty good fall, right? The level of 16522 is of utmost importance. So I told you the view for Nifty. If we open gap down, this was flattish opening. If you open gap down and we sustain below this level, the same algorithmic level I give you, 16 to 85, 16 to 85, like this level. If we gap down somewhere below here, if we gap down, if we open somewhere below here and we sustain here, we try to claim that area, but we are not able to claim that area. If we stay below this point, if we stay below this point and markets become again sideways for some time, markets should not just go like this. I want markets to open gap down and sustain for a bit, try to reclaim this area and fail. And when market will start going down, our targets will be big. What will be our targets in such cases? Our targets will simply be the level of, one moment, Our target will simply be the level of 16184. Let me just go back to the same levels as we were. Yeah, our first target will be 16190. 16190. Our first target will be 16190. 16190, and our second target will be this. Our second targets will be level of 16080. 16080. 16080. And if markets break this level, then we will hold our trades for these levels. If markets even break this level, if markets on Monday itself are able to break this level, then we'll hold our trade for these levels, and these levels can come even intraday. Remember, when market goes up, market takes time to go up, but a rally of 3 days can be negated in a one various day. Always remember that whenever fall happens, it needs to be quick. Whenever fall happens, it needs to be quick, right? So this is my view for Nifty, and I got many questions. What are algorithmic levels? This is something we cover in details in our mentorship program. So if this is something that you want to learn and you want to catch such bottoms and such tops consistently daily with us, then you can consider joining for that. And we only teach unlimited students, one batch at a time, and we are running on offer on that, right? So, and this is our free Telegram channel. This channel will help you make serious money in live market, and it will guide you in live market what to do, what not to do. So if that is something you are looking for, kindly join this group, and this will help you make serious money. On Friday, by God's grace, I was able to clock in a good return of 1.47 lakhs. 1.47 lakhs. And as I always tell you, markets are pretty loving and giving mothers for informed participants, for people who know what they are doing, for disciplined participants. But if someone is not disciplined and they are uninformed, they don't know what markets are doing, then markets are very cruel. They will take everything away from you. We have to always respect the market, right? We always have to respect the market. And currently we are giving a flat discount of 40% on our mentorships. We teach this in absolute details, how to calculate these levels, what other things we need, how market structure is seen. So if that is something you're interested in, do join us and we'll get you started as soon as possible. So this is my view for Nifty. Bank Nifty is at a pretty choppy area. If I show you Bank Nifty at a pretty choppy area, if Bank Nifty is able to sustain only above the level of 35,700, only above this level. See, this is the only video which I told you you can go long once these levels are broken. The logic for this is not this high, it is our algorithmic levels. It is our algorithmic ranges and time price value. So only if market is sustaining above 35,700, you can go bullish. You can go bullish for a target of 35,900. Only this will be our target. I will not like to look for selling opportunities unless Bank Nifty. Give me one moment. I saw this somewhere. Right. We will only look for selling opportunities below the level of 35,507. Let me make it 35,000. Okay, that was bad. 35,500. Right. So I will only look for selling opportunities below this point, and below this point of market substance, we can see a huge fall. We can see a pretty huge fall, which can even negate this, right? Which can even negate these levels. So that is the view, and I hope you enjoyed the weekend. And we put a learning video and our analysis on even Bitcoin. So if that is something, one moment. So if you want to check that out, kindly check this out. Like, comment, share this video with your other trader buddies so that they can be involved in this huge financial revolution which Varchaswa leads. And yeah, I'll see you in the live markets tomorrow. I hope you have a good day, and thank you for listening.